Welcome to our city. I'm Alonzo Jones, sitting in for Mayor Chris Bowich. Here's what's going on this week around our city. Today, City Hall was closed in observance of Columbus Day. We wish everyone a happy and safe holiday. On Wednesday, October 15th at 6 p.m., Mayor Bowich will attend the annual Spelling Bee competition. The event will take place in the Union County College campus in Elizabeth. For more information, contact Stan Naran at 908-820-4032. On Friday, October 17th at 9 a.m., Mayor Bowich will be presenting a proclamation at the statewide Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of New Jersey's annual convention and expo at the New Jersey Institute of Technology campus in Newark. For more information, call 201-451-9512. On Sunday, October 19th at 12:30 p.m., Mayor Bowich will attend the 8th Annual Bridgeway Walkathon benefiting Bridgeway's Clients Assistance Fund. The organization helps mental health consumers to achieve self-sufficiency and enable individuals to reach a goal of living as independently as possible. The walk will begin at the Elizabeth Public Library on 11 South Broad Street and continue in a loop through historic downtown Elizabeth before finishing back at the library where refreshments will be served. For over 30 years, Bridgeway has provided services to Central New Jersey adults who are facing the difficulties of serious mental illness and has assisted mental health consumers to live, learn, and work as independently as possible and improve their quality of life. For more information, call 908-355-7886, extension 101. Later in the evening at 6 p.m., Mayor Bowich will attend the fundraising concert for the U.S. Haitian Relief Fund. The event will take place at the Ritz Theater, located on 1148 East Jersey Street in Elizabeth. There will be volunteers collecting goods for the people in Haiti. For more information, call 800-946-1469. If you need more information concerning this or any other events this week, please contact the Public Information Office at 908-820-4124. Joining me today for Lead Prevention Week is Ronald Chin, Public Advocate from the State Department of Public Health, and also Judith Francis Ingram, the health educator from Holy Redeemer Home Care and Secretary for the Coalition. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Now, Robert, why is lead poisoning an issue in New Jersey?
Well, lead poisoning is particularly a serious issue, even though it has been 30 years since lead has been banned from household paint, because New Jersey, as we know, has a lot of older housing stock. 2.1 million homes in New Jersey were built before 1978, so they may still have lead in their household paint. And a lot of those homes, maybe 43%, were built before 1950 when we first started cutting down on the amount of lead that's in household paint.
Now, when was the Elizabeth Coalition for Lead Education and Prevention established?
It was formally established in August 2005. And it came together as a direct result from the Lead Intervention for Children at Risk grant. There was seed money given for the coalition to be started.
Okay. And what are the dangers of lead poisoning?
Well, unfortunately, once lead poisoning has had its effect, it has irreversible effects on children. Neurological effects, it can lower their IQ levels, it can cause behavioral problems, learning disabilities, and at high levels it can lead to coma and even death.
Now, what are the mission goals of the coalition?
Some of the mission and goals of the Elizabeth Coalition are to increase the awareness of children being tested for lead, to provide safe lead-free homes for the children, and also to do a lot of education and awareness to the public at large about lead poisoning.
Now, who else is on this coalition? Is it?
We have about 15 to 20 coalition members from Trinitas Hospital, the City of Elizabeth, of course, Josephine's Place, Future Cities, Eport, some of the child care centers, to name a few.
Okay, quite a few.
Yes.
All right. And where is lead commonly found?
Well, most commonly it does come from paint and paint chips and paint dust. You can also find it in water that is carried by older pipes, soil, jewelry, some folk remedies, some imported candies, and as we've seen recently, toys.
Now, what has the Department of the Public Advocate done to address this public health crisis?
Well, about 2 years ago, we started a field investigation about how our screening, our testing, inspection, and our abatement process worked in this state. So we went to 5 towns that together comprise 31% of the reported child poisonings in this state, which are Trenton, Newark, Camden, Irvington, and East Orange. And we did lead testing ourselves on those homes where a child had already been reported as lead poisoned, which means under our system there should have been an inspection and a remediation occurred. So what we found was very disturbing, that of those 104 residences that we tested, 85 had lead dust levels that were above the state maximum, 82%. So we shared our results with the governor, and he shared obviously in our concern. So earlier this year, he signed Executive Order 100, which mandates that state agencies do a better job of responding to the issue of childhood lead poisoning.
Now, what are some cities or what are some places in Elizabeth where a child can get tested?
Oh, well, we're kicking off Childhood Lead Prevention Week, and some of the sites where that's going to happen is Josephine's Place, which is 622 Elizabeth Avenue. It's going to take place October 21st, 10:30 to 12, and also at City Hall from 4 to 6, and School 1, downtown Elizabeth.
On Broadway.
Yes. They have testing every Tuesday at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the symptoms or signs that should make a parent immediately go out and get a child tested?
Well, that's the thing. You know, really the only way for a parent to be sure is to have a blood test done. Sometimes the symptoms won't show up in a way that a parent could notice. So that's why it's absolutely essential, especially when the child is quite young. There is a state law that requires pediatricians to do a test, which isn't always obeyed. We want to increase compliance with that law. You should definitely, if your child hasn't been tested by the age of 6, you definitely need to have it tested. And really, it should be done earlier than that, especially once the child starts to walk and wander around and can become more mobile and therefore be more exposed to things like paint chips. Okay.
And if a parent is living in a modern house when built beyond that date, should they be concerned or just do the testing anyway?
Well, you know, I think you should always have your child tested. There are ways in which your child can be exposed to lead other than paint. As we said, some recent headlines show the pigment used in toys. So just to put your mind at rest, you should have your child tested. If you don't have health insurance, you should. If you can't take advantage for one of these great programs that's going on in your Elizabeth, try your local health department. They should be able to arrange for testing for free.
Okay. Now, how have state and municipal governments responded to your results and recommendations?
The state and local governments have really responded very, very forcefully. The Department of Community Affairs has now, for instance, proposed a regulation that will no longer allow an abatement contractor and the clearance inspector who inspects whether the abatement was done properly to be from the same firm for obvious reasons. The Department of Health and Senior Services is now reviewing the state regulation that defines the level at which, the blood levels at which are labeled an area of concern. Right now, under state law, it's 20 micrograms per deciliter. The federal level is 10. And so our State Department of Health and Senior Services is looking at changing it to the federal level, because studies show that even at fairly low levels, sometimes even below 10, there can be effects, neurological effects, long-term effects on children.
Now, who can someone call to remove lead paint from their home?
They can call a specially trained lead abatement contractor. To get a list, you can go to the Elizabeth Home Improvement Office at City Hall. It's located in room 109. And I have a number. Can I give the number?
Yes, you may.
908-352-8450.